What's going on, YouTube? I just wanted to spend a few minutes talking about a couple of Microsoft Excel's newer functions, the WRAPROWS and the WRAPCOLS function. And they both have a similar function of getting a vector of data and helping you format it in a way that is easier to read and use. So to show you how to use these functions, first equals WRAPCOLS, tab to finish the function. So first argument is a vector with just the data that you want to format. Then press comma for the next argument. The next argument is just the wrap count. For the wrap columns function, this is the maximum number of values that you want to have in a given column. Let's just say the maximum number of values you wanted to have in the G column was 10. Then then there would only be a maximum of 10 values for each column, and then everything would spill into the other columns. Now the last argument is optional, as you can tell by the brackets, but that is the pad width. So that basically what the pad width does is it makes it to where if there are any remaining columns, it will return something that's not an A. To show what I mean by that, if I close the parentheses, let's just change it to 15, for example. As you can see, these last few values are an A, not just because it wants to do it in even 15, but it can't because it's not an even 15. So if you want something different than NA, let's say you want it to be blank instead, you can do it like that. And the WRAPROWS function has a similar idea. So WRAPROWS. So first argument is with WRAPCOLS function is a vector. The wrap count with WRAPROWS, the wrap count is the maximum number of values I want any given row, and then it's going to spill in the same multiple to other rows. Let's say I wanted that to be 15. And then the pad width, as with the WRAPCOLS function, is great because it makes sure you can have something that's different than an A. So to show what it looks like with WRAPROWS, as you can see, there's a maximum of 15 values in any given row, and these last few values are an A. But let's say we want to have it blank. We can just put these two commas, and then now the remaining value is going to be an A. One thing to note too is that these formulas naturally spill. So if we put something in the way of the formula, like a 1 randomly right here, it's going to give a spill error. So because these formulas do naturally spill, so you have to be mindful like that. Also, of course, if you change anything with the list, the values are going to go ahead and change. And as you can see, it's putting in 0. The reason why it's putting in 0 is because the data is still referencing these columns right here, but nothing is showing up. Whereas the NAs were there because there aren't any empty values in the data. There's not enough to have an even multiple of 15, as with the example for the wrap count. That said, I hope you found this quick tutorial to be helpful, and I hope you like, subscribe, comment. Thank you so much for watching. Have a great day.